Good evening. Welcome to Let's Get Real with Ruben Torres on blogtalkradio.com. Tonight we have an exciting show, just like we do every week. But tonight we have a special guest, Governor Whitman, from the great state of New Jersey, who
Hello.
Good evening. Yes.
Hi, it's Christie Whitman.
Governor Whitman, how are you?
I am very well.
We have a listener. They want to jump right in and ask you a question.
Sure.
Yes, can you state your name and your question?
Hi, my name is Louie. I'm from Brooklyn. Just wondering, Miss Whitman.
Yeah.
Why did you lie about the air quality in 9/11?
Oh, Louie, thank you for asking that question. Actually, I'm delighted to be able to answer it because we never lied. The agency never lied, and we never withheld information. The problem we always had, and that I think the citizens have had in understanding this, is there were two messages to get out. One was about the air quality of those workers working on the pile in Ground Zero, and the other was for ambient air quality for people residing in downtown Manhattan in the general area. And there was a difference in that air quality because those who were working on the pile were subject to releases that were very problematic, and we were constantly saying they should wear respirators. We, in fact, provided as many as we had, and the rest of the federal government, state government did it as well. But we had websites up, we had messages going out to people to let them compare what we were seeing, the readings we were getting, and we never held back any of the information. And nothing that we saw, that our scientists saw, and everything that I said was based on what the scientists said was accurate to say, was that we didn't see any reason to believe that there were long-term damage from ambient air quality in downtown Manhattan in general. People on the pile, rescue workers, absolutely they needed to take precautions. But for the general public, it wasn't the same level of concern. And I haven't seen a study since then, whether it's Mount Sinai or any of the others, that says that, in fact, we were wrong at that. Although the agency is very concerned and is part of the ongoing study to see if there was anything wrong with what was said at any point in time. But so far, no. And the big issue is, why didn't people wear respirators, and why didn't we make them wear respirators? And
I mean, if I could interrupt real quick, the White House did do a lot of editing to the EPA's report that said that there was a danger.
No.
This was reported by ABC. This was reported by ABC.
You're talking about one press release that the White House looked at and said we had in that press release that we thought people ought to use professional cleaners to clean the interior of their homes.
Okay, but how do you explain the 50,000 dead dying first responders?
Louie, let me interject here. Can we keep it on topic? Did Governor Whitman answer your question?
Well, I don't think Louie believes the answer. I think that's the problem here, and it's really too bad because it's become part of the culture that somehow we lied in this. And the agency, I have to tell you, if nothing else, if you think that the men and women, the professionals who work at the Environmental Protection Agency would sit back and allow the administrator to go out and provide misinformation and not say anything when they work down there as well. I mean, their building was within 2 blocks of Ground Zero, and they were back in that building as fast as any group was allowed back in a building before the residents were allowed back in. They worked down there. There's no way they would have allowed me or anyone else to go out and provide false information. And it's really too bad that this myth of we lied has taken such hold. But part of it is, I understand it, it's because the message didn't get bifurcated the way it needed to, that people heard everything was fine, now they see responders getting sick. We always said the responders were in danger. The responders needed to wear respirators, but the respirators were hot, the respirators clogged, the respirators got in the way of them doing the job that they were impassioned to do, to rescue their brothers and sisters. And we have to remember what the times were like, and that's why they didn't wear them. It wasn't they were being irresponsible. It was they had a different mission.
Like I said, ABC News did show that there was editing going on to your report.
Well, go to CBS too. Okay, you can say ABC said that there was one press release where the White House had us take something out that was not. It was something that I said immediately. I said I wasn't going to fight.
You still told the line when it came to the Bush administration.
Wait a minute.
Let the governor finish her sentence.
It was one out of. We didn't communicate just by press release. We communicated by radio, by television, by press release, by going out and speaking to community groups. It was one press release where they took out one line that was not something that was going to put people in danger. And in fact, the thing that they took out was something I said anyway. It was more important to get the rest of the press release out, which provided more information for people. We had a website up within 10 days that synthesized all the information and readings that were being taken by the state, by the city, by the hospitals, and by ourselves to show people exactly what those readings were so they could see day to day, hour by hour, real time. The agency did an extraordinary job, and I'm really proud of the men and women of that agency. And I have to say again, if you think for 1 second that they would have allowed anyone to provide misinformation there, you don't know that agency or those people very well.
Louie, do you have another question?
Oh, well, I just hope your conscience is clear.
And my son lives down there. Whatever else you think of me, if you think that I would ever put my son in danger, he was in Building 7 on the day. I lost good friends down there. He lives down there now with his wife. He lived down there through it all. I did not ever lie. My conscience is very, very clear.
Well, I'm just
Louie,
saying, you're just lucky the court didn't find you liable.
Louie, obviously you've made up your mind, and you don't want to hear